Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Can't wait to see it.
We've already learned that traffic is pretty crazy in Ecuador, where lane markers and stop signs are merely suggestions. In Quito, the traffic is so bad that they restrict the drivers to certain days based on their license plate number. We've even seen a 2-lane highway quickly become a 4-lane as cars pass each other without regard to oncoming traffic or even blind corners. I think Formula One drivers would do well here in Ecuador. Alright, so today we're leaving Quito, heading for Riobamba, and behind me you see the southern valley of Quito, and then right behind me now you're going to see the Pinchicha volcano. This whole mass right there behind me up in the clouds, that's a volcano. Our guide told us that this stuff right here, that's actually agriculture that's going on the side of the volcano. It's hard to tell, I guess, from the video, but that's on a pretty steep incline, so they're pretty ingenious to be able to do a lot of farming and agriculture there on that side of the volcano. But since it is on that side of the volcano, I'm sure the soil is really rich. And from here we can see the statue as well that we were at yesterday. You can see her right there. Alright, and then down here is all the old town area. And we're going to be heading south. We're going to be heading down the valley this way.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Ofrecerán.
Yay, teeter totter. Salcedo is famous for their popsicles. They were introduced by nuns a long time ago, and so we're here stopping, grabbing some popsicles. Hey, what did you think of the popsicles? Hard to tell. I think he had too many of them. Roses are a major export of Ecuador and are grown in greenhouses like these. They are so inexpensive to buy that it would be an insult to buy a dozen for the one you love.
One of the members of the community, they are running what is the project of all these visits, and she will introduce part of the project. She will do it in Spanish, so I asked her to be like gentle. Well, let's see, if you don't understand something, just let me know, or later also if you have any doubt, just let me know, okay?
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Bienvenidos, queridas estudiantes, licenciadas, licenciados. Bienvenido a mi querido Ecuador.
¿Sí?
Very tender.
It's actually a pretty good flavor, huh?
It was good.
It was good? What?
After they mentioned the picture being...
So it was hard to eat it while there's a picture right here?
and going out there to shoot. There was
You don't like it staring at you while you're eating it?
Well, look at this right here.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
You put
¿Cuál es tu nombre? Alright, with stomachs full of llama now, we're gonna walk around, see what kind of, what they do in their community here. This community is at the foot of the Chimborazo volcano, and even though it's shorter than Mount Everest from sea level, because of the bulge of the Earth at the equator, it's actually taller if you measure from the center of the Earth. Our local guide explained how they use the flora and fauna for housing, food, and medicinal purposes. She also explained some of their traditional clothing. Sam, show it. Born yesterday.
Those are ready. Make sure you don't drop it.
Good idea.
This community raises rabbits to sell mainly to pet stores in Guayaquil and guinea pigs to sell to restaurants. It's a dish called cuy. Alright, we are in Riobamba right now. Something interesting I learned about it is that the original Riobamba was another valley over, and they ended up having an earthquake and destroyed the entire city, and then they actually decided to move the city to where we are now. The facade of this church that you see behind me there is the only thing that they brought over from the original Riobamba, and they took it stone by stone and then did their best to try to put it back together the way it was.
But we have to be ready to leave the hotel at 5 in the morning. Yeah, so then 4:45. So luggage has to be downstairs. So we start to load the bus, and then 5 we leave the hotel.